Cats and Co coming up in a moment, but for now it's tea break, although there isn't any tea today. Now that's because my guest in the studio is Paul Hoffman, and Paul has recently won the computer scholarship to Harrow, and the desk, which is normally covered in the teapot, is absolutely covered in computer software. Paul, welcome to the programme. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Now listen, you've won this scholarship.
Yes.
And I have the actual scholarship here. The computer programme which you submitted to the school, which won you the scholarship.
Yes.
Can you tell me something about it?
Well, that is just a folder containing the floppy disks on which the programme is stored, printouts of the programme on paper.
Right, and can you tell me something about the actual programme and what does it involve?
Well, the idea of the programme is to control lights. They could be theatre lights or disco lights or just household domestic lights.
Is that something you've got a special interest in yourself?
I'm personally interested in theatre lights.
Right.
I mean, that's what I devised the programme for, but it really could be used for anything.
And it's a computer method of operating those lights, right?
Yes.
Can you show me something of what happens?
Yes. Okay, here we have a menu of 3 things. We control lights, these, via light numbers, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right, you have to explain things very simply to me because
Yes.
I understand nothing about computers.
Okay, just the number in which they occur.
Right.
B, you can control lights via light values.
Which means what?
Well, the computer doesn't talk to the lights in the sense of 1, 2, 3, you turn yourself on. It docks them in special codes to each light. It starts out with 1. They're written in blue above the lights. 1,
Right.
2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128.
And that's the value of the lights?
Those are the value of the lights. That's how the computer talks to them. Supposing you wanted to turn on this one and that one, you would put in the value 129, which is 128 plus 1.
Right. Gosh, even I understand that. That's fantastic. Okay, C, play some pre-recorded sequences. What does that mean?
Okay, well, there are some patterns that can be formed on lights that I've programmed in before. And they can just be played for supposing you had a disco, you create different patterns.
Sort of it's different patterns of
Yes.
the lights following around on the floor.
Yes.
Can you actually show us some of that now?
Yes, okay. There are 8 sequences which you can play. If we play number 8.
Okay. And you programmed these in what?
Yes.
Ages ago?
Yes.
Right.
They're starting now.
And there it goes. That's fantastic. Paul, you are clever, and it was all your idea.
The program was my idea. The hardware was devised by Mr. Peter Walder, who's my computer master.
At Windlesham School, which you're at
Yes.
the moment. Now, that box there, you built that yourself, didn't you?
Yes.
Was that difficult? I mean, were you supervised on that?
Well, just, I mean, when I first started, I didn't know much about how it should be wired. And then, so I looked at his and, learnt from his and wired my own.
Brilliant. And you devised all this for the scholarship for the school.
Yes.
And I've got some information here. It's a new computer scholarship. It's only been going for this year, and Paul's the first person to have won it. And if you are interested in applying for the scholarship, I've got the address to write to here. The chap's called Mr. Bracey. That's right, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And it's Harrow School, Harrow on the Hill, Middlesex. That's Mr. Bracey, Harrow School, Harrow on the Hill in Middlesex, and he can give you all the information that you need about the scholarship. Now, Paul, you showed me something a little bit earlier with a stained glass window, which was absolutely great. Can you show it to us again?
I can show you that if we...
I love these noises.
This is a menu of all the programs on the floppy disk. And it's called... It's letter R. Which is this. And it's just a series
Look at that.
colourful triangles which create a circle.
And you programmed all the different colours into it?
Yes. Well, they're randomly chosen.
Right. But you programmed the design and everything like that? Was this for anything in particular or just for fun?
It was just for fun.
Can you play games on this computer as well?
Yes, there are games you can buy and you can write games as well.
Have you ever written any yourself?
I've written 1 or 2 simple games, but never any serious ones. I've never really gone in for those.
Listen, this is really nice. I could look at this for ages. Don't go away, Paul. I want to talk to you a little bit later.
Okay.
Okay? But for now, it's Cats and Co.
Great, that was lovely.
That was terrific. Thank you. You've done wonderful.
Yeah.
I didn't want to stop until it had done that, and it did it just as I was...
The name always comes up.
Was that fine? Lovely.
Doing those takes. That was great. It was great.
Or take one.
Joined the studio again by both Cheryl and Paul, my ITV guest for today. And listening to you both done.
Standing by.
The computer show is coming up in a moment, but we're now back on our last tea break of today, and I'm joined by both Paul and Cheryl. Welcome back to the studio, my two young geniuses. Now listen, you've both done fantastically well for such an incredibly early age, and you've been exposed to lots of publicity as well. Tell me, Cheryl, what's it been like having pressmen hound you and having had umpteen articles written about you and television programmes made about you?
Well, at first, when they first came round to our house, we used to pretend we were out on the stage with some of them. But then the only really nasty thing I've had written about me came good in the end. Because,
why was that?
Well, as a result of this, because they wrote I shouldn't be running because it would seriously injure me. And the good thing that came out from that was that the man who took me to America read that article. And so I was filmed in America as a result of that.
That was the San Francisco Marathon,
Yes.
wasn't it? Fantastic
Yes.
opportunity that was. So it all came right in the end.
Yes.
Listen, tell me, Paul, you're 14 now, 13.
Yes.
What do you plan on doing when you're about 18? Are you going to follow up your computer sort of line of business?
Well, I really want to go into theatre.
In what
And,
sort of capacity?
Well, going on tour with a moving theatre.
Doing lights?
Yes, and hopefully controlling them by computer.
Will you go on to further education of any sort? Will you go to university to study it in more
Oh,
detail?
yes, I think I will.
Oh, well, good luck to you. And what about you, Cheryl? What do you plan to do later on in life?
Well, I'd like to run in the 1992 Olympics, but I'd also like to be a barrister because...
A barrister?
Yes.
That's me.
Because you can't really support yourself just on running unless you get very big sponsorships from different firms. So you really need another job as well.
And you want to be a barrister?
Yes, because I like arguing.
Fantastic reason for doing it. Listen, thank you both very much for coming in. If you at home watching have anything outstanding that you do or know anybody who does something outstanding and would like to write and tell us, it would be very nice to hear from you. I'll give you the address to write to. It's the Children's Channel, P.O. Box 4PL, London W1A 4PL. I'll say it once more. That's the Children's Channel, P.O. Box 4PL, London W1A 4PL. Now, before we go, I'd like to ask you to do a little job for me, Paul.
Okay.
We've got a birthday today, and it's the birthday of a little chap called Jamie, who is 4 today and lives in St Leonards-on-Sea and has very good wishes from his mummy, his daddy, his brother Stephen and his baby sister Beverly. And I wondered if you, on your fantastic computer here, would say happy birthday to Jamie.
Okay.
Watch this, Cheryl, you might learn something. What's that, all those little arrows? Oh, he's engrossed. Oh, look, it's all in different colours. Very nice. Very good. And you can say happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday, Jamie.
Very nice. That's lovely. Thank you both for coming in.
Okay.
Hope I see you again soon.
Right.
And now it's the computer show.
It's lovely, thank you. Very nice.
Great! Thank you.